Thanks for listening to your BYU-Idaho Radio Evening Headlines for Friday, the 18th of April, 2025. I'm Kalen Wills. Federal scientists at 22 U.S. sites maintain the nation's agricultural seed stores collected since 1898, but the Trump administration's DOGE agency has fired them. Wyoming News Service reports the move creates uncertainty for hundreds of crop species that maintain and protect the country's food system. The U.S. National Plant Germplasm System safeguards the genetic diversity of agriculturally important plants. Professor Iago Hale at the University of New Hampshire says the potential loss of these seed bunkers should alarm every American.
If you subsist totally on chicken nuggets and KFC, that's fine. Understand that comes back to plants grown in the field. The breading on your fried chicken, the French fries that you're eating, these are all products of crops. And this is how it works.
A court order has temporarily reinstated some of the 300 NPG scientists, but it's unclear when their work will resume, putting 600,000 genetic lines of some 200 crop species in jeopardy. The Trump administration has said it is working to downsize federal spending. Hale says the NPGS is central to the nation's preparedness because the food system is only as safe as its ability to respond to the next plant disease. Unless dormant seeds are continually cared for and periodically replanted, Hale notes the lines will die, along with their evolutionary history. Hale says potatoes, the fourth largest crop, require even more care than wheat or corn.
They're not maintained as seed, they're maintained as potatoes. It's a clonally propagated crop, and there is no long-term storage for those things. So the nation's entire potato collection has to be grown out every year. Has to be regenerated every year without fail, or it will die. And the potato season has been disrupted.
Hale says apples also must be maintained as living plants in the open field, and scientists follow strict requirements to sustain genetic purity. In the 1980s, he adds, scientists at a gene bank in New York helped identify genetic traits that made apples resistant to several destructive diseases, including deadly fire blight. Idaho State Police is investigating a single-car rollover that happened this morning on I-15 just north of Blackfoot. A 2018 Oshkosh cement mixer driven by a 37-year-old woman from Idaho Falls was driving south near mile marker 94, where the driver lost control of the semi. The semi went off the right shoulder, overcorrected and rolled, coming to rest on its side in both southbound lanes. It spilled about 10 yards of concrete on the highway. The driver was wearing a seatbelt and was taken to a local hospital. Idaho State Police is still investigating. Cirque Italia is coming to the Grand Teton Mall in Idaho Falls with performances starting today and going till Monday. The first show is tonight at 7:30. There will be 3 shows tomorrow and Sunday afternoon at 1:30, 4:30 and 7:30. The last show will be Monday at 7:30. The performances follow the adventure of a farm boy into the big city, with each act representing a different type of person living in the city. Tickets are available at silver.cirqueitalia.com or at the ticket office on site. This weekend, get ready to indulge in delicious cakes at the Rexburg Cake Picnic on Saturday at the Uptown Event Center at 57 East Main Street. The owner of Old Soul's Bakery in Rexburg, Alex Andrews, is putting on the event Saturday afternoon from 2:30 to 4:30. According to EastIdahoNews.com, Andrews drew her inspiration from a cake picnic done in San Francisco. It costs $3 if you're bringing a cake and $6 if you're just tasting. The event will have tables full of cakes to taste and opportunities to meet people. Bakers need to bring their own serving plate, something to cut their cake, and a label with a list of ingredients and the flavor. The money will go towards paying for the venue, and tickets can be bought online at Eventbrite. Just search Rexburg Cake Picnic. These have been your BYU-Idaho Radio Evening Headlines for April 18th, 2025. Thanks for tuning in. More news, interviews, and great content are available on our podcast feed. Search for BYU-Idaho Radio on your favorite podcast apps. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and more. You can also ask your smart speakers to play KBYI 94.3 FM. Be informed, be inspired, keep listening to BYU-Idaho Radio.